One of the biggest pains in life is comparing yourself to others. We often think, why is she so successful and I'm not? But we don't try to understand. Her path and mine are not the same. Remember, if a fish wants to fly like a bird, it will spend its whole life thinking it's not good enough, even if it can swim across the entire ocean. These days, because of social media, this habit of comparing ourselves has become even worse. We see someone else's success and start to feel like our own life is small. We forget our own talents. And this kind of thinking slowly pushes people into sadness and hopelessness. That's why today's story is for anyone who has ever felt like I'll never be as good as them. Listen carefully, because every line in this story can change the way you think. In a bustling coastal town, where the waves crashed against rocky shores and seagulls soared overhead, lived a young artist named Mia. She had a passion for painting, creating vibrant canvases that captured the colors of sunsets and the whisper of the sea. But Mia had a nagging habit that dimmed her spark. She constantly measured herself against others. When she saw her classmate Alex selling sculptures at art fairs, she'd sigh and think, why can't I create pieces that big and bold like him? Her friend Sophia ran a popular online gallery, and Mia would scroll through it late at night, wondering, how does she get so many followers? My work feels invisible. Even spotting a street musician drawing crowds made her question, why isn't my talent drawing people in like that? These endless comparisons turned her joy into doubt, her brush strokes into hesitant scribbles, and her days into a haze of what-ifs. One crisp autumn evening, as Mia wandered along the beach feeling particularly low, she stumbled upon an old lighthouse keeper named Elena. With weathered hands and eyes that sparkled like the ocean under moonlight, Elena had spent decades guiding ships through storms. Sensing Mia's turmoil, she invited her inside the lighthouse for a cup of herbal tea. "What's weighing on your heart, child?" Elena asked warmly. Mia poured out her frustrations. "I try so hard, but everyone else seems to shine brighter. I'll never catch up to them." Elena chuckled softly and led Mia to the top of the lighthouse, where the view stretched endlessly across the sea. "Look out there," she said, pointing to the horizon. "See those sailboats? Some are sleek and fast, slicing through the water like arrows. Others are sturdy barges, carrying heavy loads steadily. And over there, a tiny kayak paddles along the shore, nimble and free." Mia nodded, intrigued. "Now, imagine if the kayak envied the sailboat's speed and tried to race across the open ocean. It'd capsize in the first big wave. Or if the barge wished for the kayak's agility and squeezed into narrow coves, it'd get stuck and crack apart." Mia smiled for the first time that day. "That does sound ridiculous," she admitted. Elena continued, "Exactly. Each vessel is built for its own purpose. The sailboat conquers vast distances, the barge hauls treasures, and the kayak explores hidden gems. They're all vital to the sea's story. Just like you, Mia. Your paintings aren't meant to be sculptures or viral sensations. They're your unique voice, touching hearts in ways only you can." To drive the point home, Elena pointed to a nearby cliff where wildflowers bloomed. "See that daisy next to the towering oak? If the daisy spent its days wishing for the oak's height, it'd wilt in envy, ignoring how it brightens the ground with its simple beauty. But together, they make the landscape alive." Mia's eyes widened as the lesson sank in. She wasn't flawed for being different. She was powerful for being herself. From that moment, Mia let go of the comparisons. She dove into her art with renewed energy, experimenting with colors and themes that felt true to her soul. She started sharing her work at local markets, not to outshine others, but to connect and inspire. Over time, her paintings found homes in galleries, and people began seeking her out for the emotion they evoked. Mia became a beacon in her town, not by copying anyone, but by sailing her own course. So, here's the takeaway. Your journey isn't a race against others. It's a voyage tailored just for you. A starfish doesn't envy the eagle's wings because it rules the ocean floor. Find your strengths, nurture them, and watch how you light up the world in your own extraordinary way. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe for more uplifting tales, and share it with a friend who needs a reminder of their worth. Thanks for joining me on Power of Positivity, where we turn everyday thoughts into empowering realities. See you in the next video.